was a palaver. Thank God that is over with. Yes. I suppose even we damned creatures can thank God, can we not? So, that was the council that run the city. They are the elders of each of the families, as it were. And, of course, the representative of those who don't fit into a family. Duly elected, of course. Yes. Before anybody can, be integrated into our society, they need to pass the test, as it were. And that test starts with an interview with the council. Pretty intimidating, no? Yes, you have pretty much met the most powerful members of my kind that there are in the city. Now what? Well, they get to decide whether you are welcome to learn a little more, shall we say. I asked for permission before, you got that permission, and now we get to see how much I can show you. Oh yes, it's all very heavily regulated. After all, we are few in number, whereas your kind are significantly more. And we have one major weakness. That's right. The sunlight burns us. Very easy to escape us in those scenarios. The night is our friend. But the daylight is another story entirely. Yes, we can technically stay up during the day, but the overwhelming urge to slumber is quite an overpowering one. Takes an awful lot of mental fortitude to be able to keep our eyes open when the sun creeps across the sky, which is the reason why we like winter so much. Naturally, longer nights, you know? Yes. That was the first part. There are more parts to come. It's not a short process to be welcomed into the trusted circle of mortals. Yes. We do have all the time in the world. You, however, don't. Oh, yes. There are definitely scenarios where mortals have died before fully being accepted. They were significantly older than you, so I don't think you have to worry about that too much. Well, normally it comes down to a debate between the elders. They argue, weigh up the pros and the cons. What you can offer us, what we can gain from you. Oh, no. Your intentions don't really come into it. You don't survive this long by being charitable, you know? What happens if you don't? Oof. Well, if you are deemed unworthy, which, let me be clear, I'd be surprised if that was the case, but if you are deemed unworthy, then, I'd rather not think about it, to be quite honest with you. Look, no amount of begging. Fine. I suppose it's only fair that you know the truth. If you are deemed unworthy, then you disappear. Won't people notice you're gone? Well, I suppose yes, they will. But my kind are quite good at spinning stories, laying all the pieces in motion so that your disappearance is less noticeable, shall we say. Maybe a scenario where you run off with an elegant young man. Could be a situation where you have a breakdown and you end up in some mental facility. Could be a situation where you end up in a car crash and suddenly nobody really questions where you've disappeared to. I know, terrifying, isn't it? But this is the power that we hold. We can't exactly go about our business in the way that we choose to if we didn't have contingencies. You understand? Yes. The city is beautiful at night. Sorry, what was that? I got lost in my thoughts for a second there. What was I thinking about? Well, thinking about the past. It's been a long time, a very long time, since I've been in a position like this, where, where I have needed, or even wanted, to bring somebody in. As I said to you before, it is a great risk every single time we open up our society to mortals. Even the very little that you know so far is quite damning. Yes. Yes, there is a good chance that you won't survive it. For being honest, I should probably tell you that. You know enough now that, that people will be interested in you. You know me, and I, though somewhat of a recluse these days, I am a well-known member of the society, shall we say. No, not that society. But now that you bring them up, them knowing as well could be problematic for you. Unfortunately, you have found yourself a night walker that will draw attention to you more than most. And I can't say that it's because of my unbelievable popularity. I've made enemies, many of them over the centuries. And that now has put a target on your back as well. Yes. You are forever associated with me. Well, you are associated with me until such a time as you die. Whatever that death may be is an unknown. The mortal society of those who would consider themselves hunters they will definitely take an interest in you over time, though I will do my absolute best to try and ensure that that doesn't happen for a long time. However, I'm going to have to be very careful about it. You understand? Yes. Yes, things are going to change quite drastically. I would advise putting any distance between yourself and any loved ones that you have. Oh, you're a bit of a loner. Well, that makes things much, much easier. Having mortal contacts is not a problem. Having friends, going out and socializing, again, not an issue. Just be careful what you tell them. What have you told them? Actually, that's a really good point. What have you told them? I mean, so far you've disappeared for a good few nights in a row. Oh, really? A new boyfriend? How presumptuous of you. No, I understand. I do understand. It, well, makes things easier when people think you are head over heels in love. People don't ask questions so much. They just assume you're having a good time. I don't disagree with it. As long as you know that it's a different scenario. As appealing as you are, I wouldn't want to burden you with that association. You already have a target on your back. Another target of that kind would put you in significantly more danger. You understand? Of course you do. So, what did you think of them? The elders of my kind. Yes. That is a very accurate assessment. Oh, I'm glad that they caught your eye. Yes. The elder of my family. Very different to the retired elder. No? Significantly older. In fact, they are a good example of somebody who had to wait a very long time as a mortal before being integrated into the society and naturally being turned, shall we say. That would explain their old age, yes. Surprisingly, they are not quite as old as you may suspect. The families run differently, and I can't tell you too much about that at this point. But I can tell you that my family is more down to duly elected elders. The elder, from our perspective, is somebody we trust to speak on our behalf, not necessarily the oldest of our kind within the family. You understand? Yes. Some families value age over all things. But that, in our experience, leads to problems. Just because somebody is old does not mean that they are the most well-equipped to speak on our behalf. Or even want to be honest with you. For example, our elder, in inverted commas, is significantly younger than I. but they enjoy the game of politics. They enjoy the negotiations, the intricacies, the play-by-play between, well, power moves and power struggles. And so far, they've always done right by our family. They don't need to be old to understand exactly what we need and how to negotiate for it. You understand? Of course you do. You live in a modern world. Things were very different a few, well, decades ago. Your society was much like the way ours used to be, where age was valued above skill level. Loyalty is always a valuable commodity, but when it comes at a cost. For example, someone can be unbelievably loyal, but can be easily taken advantage of on account of not knowing the inner workings of said politics. And that happened. I shouldn't have said that. You already know far more than you are permitted to, so you'll have to forgive my silence. Don't worry. I'm sure you will learn so much in time, but patience is a virtue, especially if you want to understand more about us, you see? Yes. When you live as long as we, learn patience. Well, you have to. If you don't, the weight of the time becomes unbearable. But enough of that. Oh, that was far too stuffy a situation. Shall we, retire? We can go back to mine. Make you another one of those fancy cocktails. I do like, and you're enthusiastic about one of my suggestions. Very well. Excuse me, Ben? Yes. Would you kindly take us back to, my home? Or should I say, my lair? Yeah. And, while you're at it, could you, ring ahead and ask them to provide some food? I'm sure you must be ravished, my dear. Okay. Well, tell Ben what it is you would like, and I will make sure it's there ready for you. Thank you, Ben. This was part 5 of Taste of the Dark. Read by Eric Vo.